Coming up on this exciting episode of the Angry Geek Show.
Dingleberry!
Comic books stacked, games on the screen, talking about the heroes and the ones in between. From Gotham to the stars, through the multiverse they go. It's nerd life loud on the Angry Geek Show. They're angry, they're geeky, they're breaking it down. From cosplay queens to legends in town. Grab your popcorn, let your fandom flow. It's time to tune in to the Angry Geek Show. Superman debates, Boba Fett's jetpack. Marvel versus DC, no holding back. Con floor interviews, hot takes they throw. They'll nerd out with you on the Angry Geek Show. They're angry, they're geeky, they're breaking it down. Legends, creators, the best all around. Grab your Funko, your lightsaber glow. It's time to tune in to the Angry Geek Show. From horror flicks to retro toys, geek girls, geek guys making all the noise. With passion and heart, they're running the game. If you're part of the tribe, you're part of the flame. They're angry, they're geeky, they're breaking it down. Fandom united in every town. Con to con, let the good vibes grow. All hail the kingdom of the Angry Geek Show.
Yo, I'm too sweet, she's too sour. We are here for another Monday evening hour. I am Louis Perry, and this is the one, the only.
Sophia Cormier.
Hey, dude, we spent the whole weekend together, kind of, sort of, and I can't get rid of you. This Thursday, once again, Angry Geeks, Western Massachusetts, New England. We're going to be rocking and rolling the airways, 93.9 The River, Nerd Wars. Make sure you guys tune in. It's the Superman edition. That's right. We're going to be on with Nighttime Wills, Steve Sanderson. We're going to be talking all about Superman during Nerd Wars. And I got a lot to say. I'm going to be schooling people, so make sure you call in because Sophia is going to be there. We're going to be rocking and rolling. Nerd Wars, the segment goes on at 9 o'clock. And we'll be taking requests too. And yes, if we play Elvis, it's going to be not because I said so. It's probably going to be because of Steve. And so rocking and rolling. I can't wait. I love being on the air. And what about you, Sophia?
I think it's fun.
I know, isn't it? It's. I mean, we got TV.
Different.
It is so much different for us. I mean, we're so used to being on TV every week, whether it's Greenfield, Foxborough, and where Greenfield, South Hadley in the bumper, and of course through Amazon and Roku with Pod TV and international. It's so much different being on the radio because we have guidelines, Dungleberry instead of Dingleberry, and it's like so weird, you know. And what are you doing, child? Pay attention.
I'm paying attention.
Yes, I know. We got comments coming through, but we got a cool cat backstage. He's got something new that he's bringing to the world. All right, and now it's card game and it's anime. It's like freaking bloody brilliant. I love the artwork. We're gonna be bringing him in a second, but first, Facebook Live isn't showing. Oh, mods are coming in. Why? Yeah, I got it on mine. I got it. I just shared it. I shared it like 1,800 times on.
This content isn't available right now on Facebook.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Really? No, it's there. It's showing. See, look.
That's
we're going.
Weird.
Yeah, it is. It's no, we're rocking and rolling.
Okie dokie.
Yeah. Rocking and rolling. Let's see. Yeah, see, look. I just showed you the phone on Facebook. It's there.
believe it.
Anyway, all right. No, the moderators. So anyway, Sophia, you know what? We're wasting time. Let's bring in our guest, and then we'll get to the comments for a second. One and only Jake Mastar. Jake!
Hello.
Mastar, what's going on? First of all, is your real name Mastar?
No, that's the alias. That's the alias.
Why? I was like, that's the okay. Why? All right. Why do you have a pen name for?
Well,
right.
you know, I mean, my main channel has almost 4 million subscribers, so it's like just protection.
And are you like sharing this on your 4 million? I mean, we're just international across the interweb. We can use some of that 4 million, brother. I mean, share us. What the
I'll
hell?
share you, for sure.
Yeah, please, share the wealth.
I
man.
love your guys' energy. You guys are pepped up. It's awesome.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. So let's talk about Demon Rush. You're a streamer. You got the 4 million subscribers. Yeah, we're just a lowly public access TV show, and you're Mr. I feel like I should bow down to you or something. What made you break into comics and the card game? I want to talk about the card game as well, because we do have in the description, the doobly-doo, as I like to call it, of this episode, there is a link to go and buy the stuff, you know, where you can go to Demon Rush and buy everything. The card game is there. You have a grand champion at this card game. I want to learn all about this. I want to learn about the book. We do have... Yeah, thank you, Mango. Right there. Look at that. There you go. One of our mods. We do have some of the artwork. We're going to pull that up, but I want to hear from the beginning of exactly how this all came about. What made you say, hey, this is what I want to do? And so let's get to it, brother. Tell me.
Yeah, it's a pretty interesting story. So in my 20s, I was working like a pretty standard corporate desk job, and I hated life. And I was like, there's got to be something more to life than just this soul-sucking corporate job. And around the age of 30 years old, I jumped ship, and I was like, I'm going to go full speed on YouTube. And it was a little rocky at first, but eventually it started taking off when I started doing animations. So it was something I always wanted to get into as I was from a kid, growing up watching cartoons and everything, and I always wanted to learn how to animate. And I just kind of like realized one day through YouTube that people were making their own fan animations of Dragon Ball and other things like that. I was like, dude, I want to do this. So I started practicing, and my first animations were really, really bad, but eventually I did Goku fighting Saitama from One Punch Man, and it like blew up, and that kind of like spawned the like fan animation sort of career from the Mastar Media channel. But those videos would take me like 2 months to make, and I saw that there was other creators just literally just talking about episodes of anime and pulling in almost the same amount of views. And I was like, well, I know these anime, I love these anime, like I can talk about it too. So I kind of just started doing it simultaneously, making reviews and animations of the favorite shows that were going on. And that's, you know, how I got the 3-4 million subscribers. But I got most popular for a show called Anime War, which was like taking all of the strongest or most popular mainstream anime characters, Goku, Vegeta, Luffy, Naruto, the list goes on, Ichigo, and put them all in the same world fighting against these evil gods together. So I spent 5 years working on that. It was insanely popular. Like out of 12 episodes, every video had at least 20 million views. I think it was about half a billion views total. But after 5 years of working on it, I released the final episode, and then Toei Animation was like, well, dude, you're using Goku. Like, they blocked my videos. They didn't like sue me or copyright strike me or anything, but they blocked them, which is basically like a slap on the wrist. They're like, don't make videos with our character anymore. So I kind of realized at that moment that I was like, well, why am I spending so much time talking about someone else's story? Like, I can just make my own. And that's pretty much where I started the Demon Rush idea, like a lifelong fan of comics and anime. I was like 35 years old when I started. I was like, why can't I start it now? Why not chase my dream? And as far as the card game, I grew up playing Magic, Yu-Gi-Oh, Pokemon, Hearthstone. I played pretty much all of them. I even played competitively. I've traveled around doing tournaments, and there's just something magical about card games, the camaraderie you form playing with people. Even if it's some sort of rivalry, you typically become friends. It's just like going to battle with someone and you just become great friends. And during COVID, I really missed that. And I try to get back into card games, but like all the card games that have 20, 50,000 cards, I feel like the barrier to entry is just nearly impossible. To try and get back into one of those old school games would be nearly impossible. So I was like, well, why don't I take my card game experience and my anime experience and I morph them all into one big project, and that's Demon Rush. So we have the beta set for the trading card game out right now. Still have some boxes for sale, but they're running out. And then we just had the national tournament where we just crowned a new national champion, Brandon, the Holy King, who even has a card designed after him, which he used to win the tournament. So for our Kickstarter, if you're one of the largest donators, you became a card. And he was one of the largest donators. So he became the card Brandon, the Holy King, and he smashed people with it in the national tournament and became the champion.
All right, so I would have to say that was fixed. Only because I'm Brandon, not on your side, on Brandon's side. He used his own card to win the tournament. I mean, come on. I would have been pissed.
His card is pretty strong, for
really?
sure. Yeah.
So how did you come about with creating the card game? Now, I've seen Magic played. I emceed Magic tournaments. I've never played Magic, but I emceed many tournaments. We do have an unboxing thing here with Sophia unboxing Pokemon, and you'll be a part of that tonight. But how did you come up with the skill strength of each card? How does that work for your game?
So I pretty much locked myself in a room for 6 months and play tested, designed, and I was just playing myself for like 6 months. If a card seemed weak, I would upgrade it. I'd test again and again and again. I literally put myself in the hyperbolic time chamber, and after 6 months came out with the game, and the players fell in love because it's very back and forth. You can respond to anything, so it's like highly engaging. Turns are pretty short most of the time, so you get a lot of play. And like one of the things I didn't like about Yu-Gi-Oh and some Magic right now is that like the turns can just last like 20 minutes, and it's like, okay, well, when do I get to play, right? So Demon Rush was designed to be extremely like highly interactive. You can always react to anything your opponent does, but you can also like outplay your opponent. You can bluff, but it still feels very familiar to other card games. It didn't really reinvent the wheel. Pretty much just took like the most fun and skill-based aspects of other card games and worked with it, added some of my own flair to try and create something that I consider to be the highest skill-based card game ever made. It's not that it's hard to play or learn, but when you get into the deep nitty-gritty, like the choices are everything. It starts to feel a little bit more like chess.
Okay. What's the most expensive card that's out in the wild?
Yeah, I'd say it's probably Blade of the Champion. So if you win the national tournament, you get one of those. And one of them sold at the first tournament for like $1,500 or so, maybe a little more.
Holy moly.
And then there's 2 chase cards in the booster boxes, Adriel and Kolsu. They're like an angel and a giant demon. And they're like super, super powerful, extremely rare. So like in our alpha release, there was only 30 of each printed. And so those are probably around 1,000 or something each. Wow. Maybe more.
Okay. I want you to elaborate a little bit, then we're going to get into the book too. But elaborate on how do you choose what? Oh, okay. Yeah, we'll get to the autographs in a second, guy. Our moderator, instead of doing his job, he's asking questions.
Yeah, I do.
How do you come about with what card gets a limited run and what card doesn't? I mean, do you just gauge like, oh, I know this card, this SOB is going to be popular, so let's make this one limited run. All right, this one's not going to be popular. This one's going to go 3,000. How do you come about that?
Yeah, I mean, so all of the angels and the demon lords, they're like your big boss monsters, so they're a little bit more rare than everything else. And then it kind of just trickles down. So like Mastar rare is the highest, then legendary, then mythical. So there's a couple mythical spells which like you really want 3 of, like Apple of Eden, for example. And the rarity is not necessarily tied to how strong the card is, but like a little bit. But primarily, like the chase cards are a little bit harder to get. The cards that you really, really want are a little bit harder to pull. And so sometimes, you know, you have a little bit extra of a card you don't really need, but that's pretty standard in card games. Like I tried to make it so that there's really no bad cards in the game. That was like one of my biggest things, because in other card games, you open pack and pack and pack and you pull like nothing. And it's just like, I might as well just throw these cards in the trash because I'm hunting for that one foil, right? I didn't really want to do that for Demon Rush. I wanted like every card to have value and be playable and be good.
Oh, that's awesome. Hey, Melissa, I just want to say hi. We need to have you back on. And yeah, she's great. Our agent, your agent, everyone's favorite agent, the one and only Melissa. She just texted me. She's watching. All right.
Okay, great.
All right. So let's get to the comic. All right. And we're getting some comments saying Facebook is gone. I just checked the Facebook page. It is on my Facebook page. It's still playing. Let's get to the comic. Why go the comic route instead of going animation route right now?
So we did make 2 anime promos for Demon Rush. So basically volume 1 and the second anime promo is kind of like a little bit of volume 2, but kind of like an extended trailer. I was really just trying to tell the story, but we still got the Japanese voice actors and hired animators and everything. The manga is a lot easier to make because I'm just working with one guy known as Draw Smile. He's extremely talented, just a diamond in the rough that had like 90 followers when I found him. And I was like, dude, you perfectly, your art style encapsulates my vision. Like, I need you. Like, what do I have to do to sign you on it to be the illustrator of Demon Rush? And we work very smoothly together. He's very easy to work with and unbelievably talented. I mean, the guy is like, he could be the best manga artist in the world if you give him a few years. He's just so awesome. Good.
Dude, I mean, this is just friggin' incredible.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, his art is just out of control. He puts so much time and detail into every picture, and he just keeps improving. He's super humble. He's the best. As far as animation, I mean, the dream is to sell this project to Netflix or Amazon or Crunchyroll or someone and get it animated. Unfortunately, I am just one guy, and so it's to make like full anime episodes with a small virtual team is basically impossible. I don't really know of anybody who's really done that unless they like pitched it and got some help, or it was like a small indie company starting it. But even when you watch indie studios release some sort of animation, it's rarely over 10 minutes, like very rarely. So like putting together a full anime episode pretty much by yourself, I mean, it could take you 5 years an episode pretty easily. Yeah, it's extremely expensive. Like when you start hiring animators and voice actors, like it's ungodly expensive. But that's the dream, because that's what ultimately everybody wants. They want to watch a show, right? Like our generation, I mean, comic books are still around, manga is still prevalent. I still review it on my main channel and everything. But people love like the stimulation, the instant gratification, and that's like where anime, really pops off in movies. I mean, I'd even be happy just having it as like a standalone animated movie or something. I think that'd be super cool. But ultimately, yeah, that's the end goal. Like that's what I'm trying to go for, and that's kind of why I'm doing this publicity tour. Is if anybody hears this and has some connections, it's like give me a call. Like
do you have a pitch written up for Netflix or Amazon? Do you have something ready to go, or do you have like an elevator pitch? Sophia is a executive for an anime channel, and you have 30 seconds in the elevator. You're at a convention. You see Sophia. She's sitting in there. She's in elevator. You have 30 seconds to pitch Demon Rush for the next big hit on the streaming channel. Jake, pitch it to Sophia right now.
All right. So Demon Rush is a world where magic has long been forgotten, but then all of a sudden one day, this giant titan, Archangel Michael, descends to Earth, and he's determined to defend it against this impending demonic invasion orchestrated by Lucifer himself. And so after a millennia of slumber, Lucifer awakens and unleashes his monstrous abomination called Algolga to capture Michael, and begins to harness the Archangel's divine energy to break free from hell. And so Soren and Rush are two friends who get caught up in this war. They are broken apart and recruited to each opposing side. Soren is the holy champion. He's apprenticed to Oz, who's like this very old, powerful Templar who trained Soren in the magical arts of Imperium, this divine energy that flows through all beings. And then Rush is abducted by the warlock known as Karner, and he's thrown to these brutal trials in hell in order to forge him into the ultimate dark warrior. So he's had a very hard life, and he's kind of been kidnapped and forced into these battles, but he doesn't really have a choice. He can't really escape, and it begins to change him as he grows more and more evil. And so ultimately, Demon Rush is about the choice for the viewer. Like, do you sympathize more with Soren, who's more of like valiant and honorable and wants to protect the world?
30 seconds is up. Sophia.
That sounds awesome.
Oh my God, you sold it. You sold it.
Nice.
Sold.
Sold it. All right, my question is, that was good. What would set this above any other anime that they tried to sell to Sophia? I was standing in the back. I was her bodyguard. I was her handler. What would different this from any other project that somebody here at the convention was trying to sell her?
It's dual main protagonists. So even though it's called Demon Rush, it's not just about Rush. It's also about Soren's story as well. And so they have to go through trial and tribulation. And it's really more so about the audience picking a side and like creating this kind of little mini division within the fan base. I like evil better. I like holy better, and XYZ. And it's also travels through time as well. So it's through time with dual protagonists. It's pretty nuts.
I think we got a winner. Look at that. Yes, you definitely sold the project. I would definitely buy it as well. When I was sitting here and I was thinking about this, and I'm gonna say this to you probably either off air or in private chat, because I see this as, hold on one second, I don't want to give this away. And tell me what you think, Jake. Because I want to say this now because I know I'm going to forget later on. What do you think of that in private chat?
Yeah.
Wouldn't that be a cool concept?
Mm-hmm.
It's totally unique. I mean...
Yeah, I mean, that pretty much follows the theme. Yeah.
I would... When you were pitching this to Sophia just now, and looking at some of the artwork, staying with the artwork, I'm like, you don't see that. And I think, now I only take 2% if that sells. But I think that would definitely be a unique type of thing. And I didn't like, I'm sorry viewers, I'm sorry followers, I did not want to say that off air. This is my gift to Jake for that right there, because if that's something he would think about, dude, I would. He's writing it down, I think.
Yeah.
I think it'll be like very, very unique.
You mean for like a title change or?
No. I mean the whole thing.
Yeah, I mean that's pretty much what it is. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean no, just I mean instead of what you see today, keep it that way.
Oh, you mean how we have it in the comic form? Gotcha.
Correct. Correct. How could I say it? Just like I put it.
Mm-hmm.
Keep it that way.
Okay.
That style. There. That style. Keep it that style. Yes.
Got it.
Got it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that will be okay. Let's get to some comments really quick.
Yeah, I was gonna say we kind of. All right, guys, I'm gonna speed run read this. Okay, we've got Mangoat in the house. Hello, Mangoat. We got Void in the house. We got Challenger. Hello, Challenger. Thank you for stopping by. Good stream earlier. Okay, Void. Hello, my stunningly beautiful Sophia and absolute badass Lewis. Guy says hello to Sophia and Lewis.
Oh, Void was kind of late for Void.
Sorry, I'm trying to read as fast as I can.
Okay.
We got owned by Orko, who is Jabo. Hello, Jabo.
Hey, Jabo, what's going on, brother?
Yep. Guidelines. Facebook isn't running. Sorry. Hello, welcome into the YouTube. So, Voice says I freaking loved Anime Wars. It was such a good show. I knew the pen name sounded familiar. Heck yeah. Oh yeah, a guy asked about the autograph box sets.
Yeah, absolutely. Best way, if you buy something, you should be able to leave some sort of note. But if you can't, like if you just join our Discord, so if you go to demonrush.com, yeah, most of our community is on Discord, and it's also like one of the best ways to talk to me about Demon Rush or anything else. But yeah, if you want something specifically signed, join the Discord and be like, hey, just ping me and I'll hook you up.
Perfect, thank you. Mango, if you're able to find the Discord link, can you please link that in the chat if you can? Cupcake says, gotta go get dinner. Okay.
Pull it up if you want.
Oh, yeah, that would be awesome. Thank you.
Yeah, please.
Toad thanks you, Cupcake. Emotes from Cupcake. And this sounds awesome. And that is all the comments.
Just put it in the chat.
Yeah, put it in a private chat where I sent you
copy it.
my idea, and we can copy it. All right, Sophia, you got that?
I got it.
Okay.
I'm going to post it.
Supernatural, post-apocalyptic. Why did I say that right? That came out like really quick. Why did you choose those two themes for Demon Rush?
Like holy and evil? Like where did the inspiration come from?
No, the two I'm going to say the supernatural and then the world of Mad Max. Post-apoc. I can't say the word tonight for some reason.
Post-apocalyptic.
There you go. Yeah, those two worlds.
Yeah, I was really heavily inspired growing up by Diablo, and that's was one of my favorite video games. Played all 4 of them, so I love like the whole angels versus demons theme. I've always been like fascinated by it for whatever reason. I also really love Berserk, which is a manga, which is like very dark, and it's the black swordsman versus the god hand. It's amazing. Unfortunately, the author passed away, but his apprentices are continuing it. Actually just released a chapter. So I've always been pretty fascinated with dark versus light, and holy versus evil. And to be honest, I think it's kind of like one of the reasons that Demon Rush resonates with people, because like we're kind of like seeing a lot of evil in the world today. It's almost like the fantasy version of reality in a sense. I wish the Archangel Michael would come down and save us sometimes. Yes. But as far as like post-apocalyptic, it's more so there's 3 timelines in Demon Rush. There's the origin story, which is like when the big battle happens between Michael and the dragon. That's 2022. And then like 7 years later is present day. So it's supposed to be like 2029 is like the real present day of Demon Rush. But the first volume is 7 years even after that. So 2036. And that's like the future. So you get to see in chapter 1, that's where it's more desolate, more like Mad Mask. Matt,
now you got it.
Matt said Mad Mask. Yeah, so you're gonna see like a slow degradation of society like throughout the whole comic. Yeah.
All right, that's cool. Let's pull up some pages, and that way you can explain what's going on inside these pages, if you don't mind. That is the cover. Now, is that Book 9, Series 9? What is the 09?
Chapter
it didn't say
9.
in the Chapter 9.
And that figure is actually Lucifer.
Okay, cool.
Yeah,
That's
he
cool.
is like this. So the archangels are these like very large giants wearing this kind of like ancient gear, golden armor, extremely unique design.
All right, much were you involved in character design when it came with your artist?
Yeah, quite a bit. So like I give him a general idea and then he gives me a bunch of sketches for potential designs. And then I'll, take the one that I like the best, maybe add a couple more details, and then he'll add me a final design and we'll be done. So it's quite a bit of back and forth. Usually I just give him some rough ideas, talk about it with him a little bit. And then he's just like, he can like read my mind. He's just amazing. Like his vision is so good.
Was there any one that he just killed it and you were like, all right, this is it?
Oh, the first one. I mean, the very first picture he ever drew for Demon Rush. Can I post it here in the studio?
Yes.
Yeah, please. Or you can, let's see. Yeah, you could do screen share.
Can I just drag and drop it?
Put it into present. If you hit present, you should be all set.
Oh, image file. Okay, cool. So I can show you some things. So this... Can you see it? You're in this. Everyone can see in here.
Wow.
Yeah,
Dude.
that was the first ever piece of art he sent me. And I was like, you're hired. I was like,
dude, that is, oh my God. Is that available for a print?
This one, no, but this one was, I'll do more posters again. Let me show you this one. Hold on. Do I just...
Yeah, just hit remove.
Can I add more? Remove
yeah,
it?
go ahead.
Okay.
Yeah, just hit remove. There you go.
Oh, here we go. So this one is like super high detail that he spent a lot of time on. We were selling this as a poster for a while. But I think they got lost. So we held a booth in Anime Expo in California. And I live like near Washington, D.C. And that was like my first time running a booth. And I had all this stuff shipped over there. The logistics was a complete nightmare. We a lot of stuff was lost a bunch of box of t-shirts, posters. Like, yeah, it sucked. But yeah, we'll make more posters. I mean, we have so much insane art like this to share with people.
Badass.
That is. I like the other one, dude. The other one is just like beautiful.
Just
Like
the
absolutely
colors.
beautiful.
Let me see if I can. Oh, and this. So that was Lucifer, and then this is Michael. And this was actually a 4. Or I actually have. Let me show you that. Okay, let me show you Michael first. But he did this as 2 double page spreads. So this is like 4 pages in one. Like.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So as you can see, like the archangels, they're like these tallest skyscrapers. Infinitely powerful. But he gets well, maybe I shouldn't spoil it if you haven't read it yet. I'll just show you one more real quick. This is another one of my favorites.
Dude, this is your hour, man. You can do, I mean, we just have to break for sponsors, but other than that, you can share away.
Oh, wow.
So as the story goes, there was like this ancient war where most of the angels were killed off, and there's only 8 left, except for Michael, who's like above them. But in volume 2, which will be in the omnibus, you get this picture. They want to come help Michael fight, and he's like, "No, don't come fight, because if I can't beat this dragon, like, you guys will die, and I need you to keep heaven alive," essentially. So
That's so cool.
Yeah,
that is like super cool. Boyd says, "Damn, so badass, but definitely going team demons." Wow.
Yeah, see, that's the thing is like you might expect people want to be on the holy side, but people love evil for whatever reason. It's like something about our society. I don't know. People just love evil. Like it's cool or something. Like
what is there? Not to wreck the game or the book, is there any one side that you made more powerful just because, or did you slice it right down the middle? No, 50-50. They're both equally the same, and this is it.
See, I believe that it's the most balanced game ever made. So we've had 3 national tournaments. They've all went to game 5 and in every single one. So I believe it's sliced down the middle, but if you talk to it, that's kind of a can of worms because the players like all constantly say, "Oh, that card on their side's too overpowered," and that side says the same thing about this side, and there's a lot of back and forth like that. But we do make minor changes to the cards here and there to try and get it like even more tuned to balance because I don't want everybody playing one deck. But there's 3 champions. You can play holy, evil, or neutral, which is this General Adler. He's the neutral champion, so you can use like pretty much all the cards in the game. But
cool.
yeah, he's not as strong though, but he's kind of crazy.
All right, Sophia, you want to read the comment?
Void says bad guys always look cooler color wise. I agree. I like the black and red, darker colors.
All right, so Sophia is a cosplayer, and has anyone cosplayed any of the characters yet from cards?
Yeah, let me see if I have
smile on his face. This is.
Oh, that's awesome.
I know.
For the first tournament, we had 2 girls cosplay. Oh, here we go.
That's so cool.
How did that make you feel?
Oh, it's the best. I mean, all right, I'm going to share a screen as soon as I.
Okay.
Just a sec. I just saw them. Hold on. Oh, why can't I find it now?
All right, I'll tell you what. While you look for that, we're going to get ready for our first break. All right, and our first break coming up is Quiz with Quinzel.
Turn it up!
It's now time for Quiz with Quinzel. That was interesting.
Hey, Quiz with Quinzel is brought to us by CA Square Collectibles. CA Square Collectibles, 121 Jewett City in the Slater Hill Mall, owned by Chris and Aubrey Hebert. Make sure you buy your comics, your Pokemon cards, and other stuff, and we'll get to Chris's other segment. But right now, Sophia, time to stump the chump if you can. You've been doing really good this week, but go ahead.
Thank you. All right, we're going with a Star Wars question.
Star Wars.
I'm gonna
Star
ask
Wars.
a question, and you're gonna answer it. All right.
All
How
right.
many estimated deaths are there in the original trilogy?
What?
How many deaths?
Oh,
were there?
Jesus. I don't know. I know the scream. Ah!
The Wilhelm.
Yeah. How many estimated deaths? 1,000, I guess. I don't know. Let's bring Jake back on. Jake, what's your guess? Don't Google it. Look at the look on his face.
I mean, are we counting like Star Destroyers blowing up? I mean, how many people were on the Death Star when it blew up, right?
I know. That's why I
know?
said.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I can tell you how many.
You stumped me again. Chat
Wait.
is coming through.
Yeah.
Void says 300 million, few hundred millions, maybe a billion. I said, all right. No, we can't go until Jake answers. Jake answers.
I'll say 200K.
All right.
All right.
Sophia?
2,295,192 people.
2 billion.
2 billion.
Well, a lot of planets were blown up, right? So
Exactly.
Yeah.
2 billion's kind of conservative when you're taking out whole planets. There's 8 billion people on Earth.
I
I gotta
forgot
figure
about.
Star Destroyers are massive.
Yes, I forgot about that. I was just thinking about the people. I wasn't thinking about like the. Yeah. Damn.
It's a lot.
Yes, very much so.
You
All
were
right, I'll
close,
give it to you.
Boyd.
All right. So, Jake, what do we have here?
Ooh.
So on the left, the demon is Helnith, and on the right is Haniel, the angel. And I can
All right,
actually show you the cards specifically. You can.
Sure, I'm more interested in the belt. What's that belt?
That's the title belt for the national champion.
Oh, you guys got a title belt. And
Yeah.
you guys got wow, that is groovy. That's killer. Okay, I'm gonna just bring up the card. That's dude, I'm liking this guy more and more every minute. You got a title belt and everything. So bring up the cards.
Yeah, I'm looking.
All right, yeah, let's see them. Now, did you hire those girls, or did they actually come up to you dressed?
They're friends, and I asked them if they would be interested in doing it, and they were.
My God, that is, yes.
That's like my
Absolutely.
after party outfit. I'm usually a succubus.
Oh, and fun fact about this card. So nobody really plays her. One guy, Martin, does. But so we do a thing where once there's a national champion, they get to do something called the final boss battle, so they can play against me, the creator of the game. And so I beat Brandon with this card specifically.
Oh.
All right. So how did that work?
So after the tournament's done, you fight the creator of the game, right, for a chance for like a special collector card, and I 2-0'd him. So, and I was running neutral. Nobody was running neutral in the tournament. But
all right, Void comes back in. Sophia, what does Void say?
So Lewis is now starting to play the card game to get that belt.
Yeah, come join our Discord.
I do owe. Yeah, I can always use another belt. I got 2 of them already. So the Discord. Let's talk about that really quick. They get to play the card game on the Discord.
Yeah, you can. It's not only a place to like talk, share art, theories, whatever, but we play the card game. Usually, like we get together almost every night, and we have an online version of the game that we created. My brother is a computer scientist, and he's been working on the game for a few years. So basically, like even if you don't have any cards, but you want to test out the game, we have an online version which I can just send to you, and you can install it and start playing with us for free.
That's awesome.
So we're trying to get it on Steam this year.
Ooh, okay,
Yeah, pretty pumped.
sweet. Boyd says you can never have too many belts.
What? No, you can't. You can't for sure. All right. So, unfortunately, we got to play another. We got to play some more pay.
It's not
My God.
unfortunate.
Jake, what is with you tonight making me tongue-tied? Hey, it's time to pay some more bills. Sophia, what do we want to do? Do we want to play question of the week, or do we want to do an unboxing?
Why not both?
All right, we're going to play question of the week. Hey, question of the week is brought to you by Alternate Universe LLC, where every Wednesday, just like at your LLC, is New Comic Book Day. But if you don't want new comics, which you better want new comics, but you need toys, you want cards, you want something else, contact Eric. If you don't have an LCS in your town, in your area, contact Eric. He is a mod for the Angry Geek Show page. Contact him, send him a message, and he'll get you whatever you need, and he'll mail it to you flat, just like Stan Lee used to do back in the day. From toys to statues, he even got slab giveaways. So make sure you contact Eric, and he will take care of you. Question number 1. Jake, since you are our guest, you get to answer the questions first. Question number 1. What's the funniest thing you've been caught saying to yourself? What's the funniest thing you've been caught saying to yourself?
Okay. So, okay. So I was live streaming and I was talking to my fans about how I had to switch to the carnivore diet, like ketogenic diet. I lost like 50 pounds basically because I was having all these stomach issues, but like just the red meat diet cured me. So I said, my body loves meat. And then they just started roasting me.
Sophia, what's the funniest thing you've been caught saying to yourself?
I guess if, like, let's just say hypothetically, someone walked by, didn't know what the heck I'm about, and heard me say butthole, they'd probably be very confused.
Probably.
Yeah.
I would definitely. Just walking through the mall with you and hearing
I say that out in public.
I know you do.
I like to say butthole.
I 100%. 100%. Does anything come through chat? Yeah, and I guess some people are having difficulties on Facebook tonight. But yeah, definitely. I can definitely myself, I don't know. So many weird things come out of my head.
That's true. You say a lot of random things.
I text you random things and you're like, what? So it could be absolutely anything. I don't know. It could be a lyric of a song, or it could be I stubbed my toe when I didn't stub my toe. It could have been just anything. Or I can just make up a random song and start singing it. And,
there you go.
Yeah. We do have a chat. Boyd says he can't remember anything I've said. Been caught saying possibly. It happens too often. Question number 2. Are you ready, Jake?
I was born ready.
All right. Question number 2. What's the strangest thing you've seen someone do in public? What's the strangest thing you've seen someone do in public? Look at this, another look on his face.
Well, I mean, there's one thing I want to. I don't think I could even. I don't.
Yeah, you can go ahead. No, we're public access. You're fine. Go ahead. Yeah.
Well, when I was one of my first jobs, I was in DC and I just saw someone smoking some drugs, like right outside the school I was working in.
What?
I was installing like phones, and there's like I was like looked out the window, and someone just lighting the pipe, like.
Oh wow.
And
wow.
not the bad kind of pipe, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, for sure. Sophia.
Can I like?
Yeah. What? You know the rules. Yeah, go ahead. What's the strangest thing you've seen someone do in public?
Can I count myself in dingleberrying people?
Yes.
Okay.
Now Jake is like, what the hell is she talking about? We're gonna have to.
I have a different idea of what a dingleberry is.
No, we'll have to get to that. No, for sure, because I know that our trip to the mall that day, we had people staring at us. Mine would be a person sticking their hand down their drawers from the back and taking their hand out and sniffing it.
No.
At a convention. At a convention.
No.
Yes.
Don't touch anyone's hands anymore. Now
I know. At a convention.
Oh no. Okay.
Yes. Anything from chat, and we don't want to know if it's not PG for sure. Okay. It is time. Well, Jake, you're making this hour go by so quick. Holy moly. Can't believe it. It's awesome. Okay. Next segment. Got to pay some bills. Then I got some more questions. It is now time for Hey, it's time for Unboxing with Sophia. Once again, brought to you by CH Square Collectibles. Collecticon is coming up. Sophia, what do you got? Now, we got an expert here. We got an expert. Jake is an expert here, so maybe he could tell us what's some big money coming out of these packs if we got some big money.
Oh, man. I was a Pokemon master when I was like in middle school, but I haven't been following it in 20 years or so.
Well, let's see what we got. Let's see what we got.
Ready? We got Screlp.
Okay.
Wooloo. Heleptile. Pancham. Switch. Ooh. A full art Comfy. That's actually really cool looking.
What's that one, Jake? Is that big money?
I don't know. I really have no idea, bro. I mean, I know the old school stuff, like the first set, maybe the first 4 sets, but then
we did pull out what was that?
A shiny Charizard.
Card? Yeah, $50 card, $1,500.
I got 3 original Charizards back there in my set.
Ooh.
All right, what is that one?
Goose.
Okay.
Energy. Pincruchin. Great Ball. And Bisharp. Okay.
All right.
That's pretty cool. You got the Charizard cards. Those are rare.
Wait, aren't you supposed to like take the last 3 cards and put them in the front or something like that?
Technically, but because I try to rush through it, I don't want to mess it up. Although I should just learn. But yeah,
we only got 10 minutes left.
The whole ritual.
Time.
I gotta get it.
If you don't perform the ritual, you won't get the rarest
That's
cards.
true. That's true. Pokeball, Yongoose, Cherubi, Execute, Energy Retrieval. Wow! Oh my God!
That looks
It's
good.
a
What is that?
shiny or Eternatus or Eternatus. Oh my God! That's a good card.
All right, that's a good card. I'm not gonna. Oh.
My favorite Pokemon, Zeraora VMAX.
That's a good pack.
Okay, I guess that was big money.
I think so.
Action Hammer, Dusclops, and
So much for your ritual, Jake.
Yeah.
No,
Sounds
he's not
wrong.
wrong. He's not wrong. There's a special shuffle order that you do. I gotta learn it again. It's
Well,
been
the
a while.
Pokemon God smiled upon you this week,
Yeah,
Sophia.
seriously, literally. Purloin,
Yep.
Love Disc, Chatot, Yanma, Pawniard, Reverse
What the hell
Hollow
is that?
Potion,
Okay.
Tangrowth, Electric Energy, Lost Vacuum, and Electric Ultra Ball.
Jake is like, shut up, Louis. There is a ritual. I'm like,
There
"Okay,
is. There
Jake."
really is. There's a certain way you're supposed to shuffle.
I'm like, okay, Jake, I'm sorry.
All good.
All right. Oh my God. So, really, I didn't know that there was a ritual. I mean,
Yeah, you gotta smell the cards, take.
They weigh them too.
Yeah, well, no, weighing is cheating. If you weigh it, that's you know if there's a foil.
I don't weigh them. But yeah.
You're not supposed to weigh them because it's
Wait,
actually kind of a problem.
Wait, hold it. Oh, stop. Do you have to smell the cards?
They do
yeah.
smell good. I always smell them.
Yeah, you gotta smell the cards.
Okay, all right. Well, I do like.
You open the pack, it's that fresh card smell. When you
True.
first open it.
Okay, when I go
smell it.
hunting now, my
Yeah,
version of hunting.
that nostalgic smell.
The nostalgic
Yes.
smell. You get all your childhood memories back.
All right, when I go hunting now, my version of hunting is going to a flea market, going to
I miss
a.
UK.
Hello.
This is my UK friend in the future.
Hello. When I go hunting, it's to a tag sale. It's a flea market. It's something like that to look for my comics. And I know exactly what you mean. I got to open it up and get that musty smell. Oh.
Musty.
So it's a natural, it's a natural aphrodisiac for me. I swear to God. And I totally get it. And so, yeah, definitely for the smell, for sure. For sure. So, Jake, we had already a question about you signing stuff. What's your next convention that you're going to be at that you will have stuff that they're not getting lost? When's the next time you're going to have this stuff out there? Because our followers, our viewers, our listeners are rabid. They do like stuff signed, as you already know, because they already jumped the gun to ask you that. But where are you going to be so they can come say hi and actually get a chance to play against you? If it's not in the tournament, but just maybe have a round against you. Do you do that when you're at a convention? Do they sit down and say, okay, I'm going to play one round against you just to have a demo of the game? Where's your next appearance, brother?
Yeah, that's a good question. So the Anime Expo, that was the first time I held a booth. And to be honest, it really stressed me out.
Oh,
I didn't even
I'm sorry to hear that.
it is a lot of work.
It was crazy. I had no idea. So I sent them an email and I was like, can I get a booth? I know you says you're full, and then they responded a month before the expo and they're like, hey, a spot opened up. Do you still want it? So I had a month to figure out how to host a booth and lug everything across the country. And it was I'm not sure yet, but I do want to go to Gamma. I've heard really good things about Gamma. There's also Collecticon, I think, and there's a TCG con. But I gotta figure that out. But I'll make posts on Demon Rush YouTube channel, on the Demon Rush X account, Discord, everything like that. So if you're following our socials, you'll hear about it. But I think
they will after tonight.
I think it would be better to just go as a fan and just bring my stuff. And unless I would do a booth if I had a team that maybe I can assemble a team. Who knows? I'll have to do more research into it.
Assemble
A team.
Yeah, the Discord guys that most of them are judges now because they play so much, and I'm sure that they would love to come and help. They're always looking to take another vacation, so.
All right. So once again, we're gonna pull up Jake's information. So let's pull up his Patreon. Let's pull up his YouTube channel. Let's pull up all of the places where you can find him, because I want to get this Kickstarter up and running. I want to get this. This thing is just amazing. We still got some more artwork. We got 4 minutes before we leave TV time, and I just, dude, the best of luck with this, man. Much respect. I can't not get over how quickly this hour went by tonight.
It flew by.
So, can you just explain to me what we're looking at here? Because this one, I fell in love with this.
Oh yeah, so that's Rush, and this is the back of the Volume 1 cover. And his sword, he's got this kind of like evil sword, which he makes this dark flame come out of. So essentially, like the power system in Imperium is like this god energy inside of you called Imperium. And once they get strong enough, they're able to manipulate that energy to come out in the form of a blade or cast spells or anything like that. And so he uses, his blade is basically made of, shadow god power. And he's, in this part in the future, this is what his base form looks like. But as he's fighting the Angel of Destruction in episode 1, he transforms. He like takes the power of Lucifer and transforms into this armored demon looking guy and keeps fighting. So I would definitely suggest watching the anime episodes on the Demon Rush YouTube channel. Put a lot of crazy amount of work into that. We got Daisuke Ono, who's like a super famous Japanese voice actor. He voiced Jotaro. Like I got the voice of Jotaro to voice in like my anime promo, which was just like one of the most amazing experiences of my life. Like I was literally watching them over Zoom, like voice the lines of like that I wrote. This is like my childhood dream, like in real time coming true. And it's just incredible. It's lovely. I want Demon Rush to grow more, and that's why we're doing these tours right now.
Man, best of luck to you. I can't.
Awesome.
I cannot wish anything else for you, but man, I hope this is going to be like a killer success. I want you to hang out for a second after we go off. Sophia, can you please tell everyone where they can find you and us?
Yes, you can find me at Sophia Cormier on Instagram, Twitter, Twitch, TikTok, Facebook, Blue Sky, Cameo, Patreon, and you can find Angry Geeks at the same platforms and theangrygeekshow.com.
And don't forget to tune in this Thursday, July 3rd, if you're in the Western Mass area, New England area. Sophia and I are 93.9 The River for Nerd Wars. That's right, we're back, and it's the Superman edition. Tune in as we're in there with Steve Sanderson and Nighttime Will, talking all about Superman. Hey, we love you guys. We want to thank Jake Mastar.
Thanks for having me.
Yes, dude, you are the best, and we want to have you back on soon. And hey, we love you guys. Thank you for hanging out with us, and we'll see you guys next week.